Hey, what's up guys? Kenan here. Today we're doing a tutorial on how to draw a portrait. In this video, I'm going to use 3 examples in this video. Okay, without further ado, let's dive in and see what this process looks like. So the first portrait is a front view symmetry. For the rest of the video, I have the playback speed doubled. So if you think it's a little bit too fast, you need to follow along, feel free to slow down the video playback speed. So to start off, I use the Noman's method. Nothing new here. Draw a sphere. One thing I do find that's really helpful to me is initially to start with the hairline. So once this is something you have to estimate together where the hairline is, and then follow the reference between the hairline and the bottom of the chin, halfway point, and that will be the horizontal position of the eyes. Especially in symmetrical portrait, the eyes, to draw both eyes evenly are quite challenging. So make sure you have your guidelines set up like this. This is one of the extra steps that it's not in the Loomis method where I found it's helpful. Also, you can see departure from the Loomis method. I normally don't draw the shape of the jaw at this point because I find that I always have to keep going back and erase the jawline just based on how the rest of the facial features was set up. So since I can't get my jawline right from the beginning, then I tweaked my method to just not draw the jawline at all. I'm going to draw the facial features, and then at the end of it, I'll put the jawlines in and at the way I see fit. This way, I just don't waste the effort to initially draw the jawline and then later on have to erase it. So you can see right now, I'm still trying my best to using the center line as a guide and try my best to evenly draw the facial features to as symmetrical as possible. One thing I notice is even though in real life I see my drawings are near perfect, but for some reason the camera shows it's just a little bit tilted. That's because the way I had the camera angle set up, it's not a direct straight shot up and down. Therefore, I was a little bit baffled where I keep seeing the real life drawing is symmetrical, but then I take a look at the camera view, it's slightly off. And that's the reason why. Another key takeaway is initially when you set up these proportions, don't worry too much about the details and the likeness and the stylization. You can once you have the proportions set up, and you can tweak the details, such things such as sharpening the jaw lines and make the eyes slightly bigger, reposition the mouth a tiny little bit. Things like that, you can take care of that later down the road, and you will see. So initially, I'm just setting up the initial proportions. Then later on, I'll tweak the features of the face slightly to match my stylization and taste. So at this point, you see that I have most of the facial features positioned in, and now I'm going to tweak the details and add more details, refining details to adjust the face to my liking. I'm going to skip ahead a few, just show you what the end results look like. Here you see I'm redrawing the mouth, typically to make the character slightly prettier. Usually it's always the mouth. Just make the mouse moved up a little bit. Now I'm darkening the lines with a 4B pencil. So this will take the portrait to a more finishing look. No matter where you're drawing, when you're drawing, always keep an eye on symmetry. So right now I can see the right eye is a little bit tilted up. I'll have to take some time to adjust that. But other than that, this is finished work. So one thing to keep in mind that this system is not meant to help you draw one-for-one replica. If you want to draw a portrait that looks exactly like the reference, actually, I wouldn't use this system. There are other methods to help you go straight into portrait accuracy, and you can skip a lot of this construct. The reason why I like to develop systems like this is more helping with the original portrait drawing. So a lot of people like to draw fan art, OCs. This system will help you to draw something that is still resembles the features of the character and tweak it as you prefer, but come up with an aesthetically pleasing looking character at the same time that you have the freedom to draw whatever character you want. So now we are at the second portrait. This concept is to take a realistic model, but use this system to come up with a drawing of a character that's primarily made of lines. Usually, line characters are much more difficult than drawing characters with a color and shape because points and lines are inherently inaccurate. And one of the things that you can see with this system is that I use two lines to define the eyes. I use two curvatures to define the eyes. One curvature is on top and one curvature is on the bottom. This is something that I think it helps me as opposed to traditional Loomis method. They just use one line and then you're supposed to draw the eyes using one guideline. So right now you can see most of the features are in place, And now I'm just going to continue refine and tweaking different features to my taste, and also try to capture some essence of the original model. You will see the refining and tweaking process, and I will speed up this section so we can see the final results and jump into the final portrait drawing. So the last one is even more sped up version. This is 10 times the speed. This one is a challenging angle. The main thing is to keep the perspective correct, where you want to line up the eye, nose, mouth, and the chin all in the correct perspective. But once that it's set up, and the rest should be pretty straightforward, just like how the other portraits will accomplish. Well, this concludes the videos on the portrait tutorials. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think that these tutorials are they helpful. Do you have any other questions? And then I can take your feedback and make future videos to address some of the issues that you may encounter. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.